Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this Get the Gloss Masterclass on Sustainable Beauty. I'm Victoria Woodhall. I'm editorial director of Get the Gloss, and I'm delighted to be able to welcome Susie Ma, the founder of Tropic, a brilliant entrepreneur, and our guest presenter, Ateh, skincare expert, beauty journalist, and campaigner. So sit back. We're going to be spending the next hour not only decoding sustainable beauty logos, discussing greenwashing, but we're also going to be going through Susie's glow getting facial, and she'll be talking you through the products that she uses and how to use them. And I've heard there's a little science experiment coming up. So I'd like to welcome our guests. Welcome to the Get the Gloss Masterclass. Delighted to have you with us from Italy, which is very exciting. So bit of housekeeping. Yeah. As I said, we are going to have a bit of a chat through sustainable beauty, how Tropic became such a successful sustainable brand, and then we'll be doing a facial with some of these lovely Tropic products here. And if you'd like to follow along with the facial, please grab yourself a bowl of water. You've got your flannel, and we'll be sending a recording of the facial afterwards as well. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Ateh to talk a bit more about sustainable beauty and Susie.
Thanks, Victoria.
I'm so excited to be here tonight with all of you and with lovely Susie and Get the Gloss, who I absolutely love writing for, one of my favorite titles ever and one of my favorite brands ever. It's so exciting to be here. I've been in the beauty industry for 20 years, writing for everybody. Get the Gloss. I have a column in Marie Claire, Glamour, Sunday Times Style, British Vogue, and everything in between. And I love the beauty industry so much, and I love sustainability and skincare. I'm going to geek out tonight with Susie so much, which is so fantastic. And I love sustainability. It really was such an eye-opener during lockdown, how the earth bounced back. Did everyone notice that? How the seas became clear, birds started singing in central London when we just left things alone. And it shows the power that we have when we make small changes in our everyday life, that we can actually do something to help the environment. Susie is just a powerhouse. She was on The Apprentice in 2011, as you might have seen her. I did, and was whooping you all the way. And other runner-up, Lord Sugar, invested in her and her brand, which is just now a global superstar brand. Incredible. And a few years ago, Susie was named 30 under 30 by Forbes, which is amazing. Anything you're selling, Susie, I'm going to buy just based on your face and your ridiculously juicy skin. And it is such an honor to be here with all of you and to be having such fun. And again, as Victoria said, later on, we're going to be doing some really fun facial with you. So everyone grab a bowl if you want to play along and have some fun. But we're going to bounce straight in to talking about decoding logos. So if Victoria can get the asset up, it'd be brilliant. Yeah. We've got this. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, is that the right one? Hang on. Can you see it now? No.
I'm not sure if that's the right image.
No. Okay. We've got a lovely image of you two. Bear with me. New share. Just a second. Share. Right. For some reason, let's have a go. I do.
So you're on mute.
Can you see it now?
Yes, we can.
Oh, there you go. I do apologise, but that was a nice shot of the two of you.
Thanks, Victoria. Great. Ateh, you are on mute, by the way. I can't hear you, my love.
Oh, here we go. It keeps on putting on mute. Excuse me. So, Susie, you were so committed to sustainability. Tell me about how you created the brand, why this was important to you, and also then we can talk about the logos. But why was it so important to have sustainability at the heart of this beautiful brand?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say for so many reasons. I mean, I'm sure that over the last few years, especially, we've all seen just how much our climate as we know it today is changing. Everything from just the heat waves we're seeing across the world. I don't know if people remember the wildfires that happened in Australia last year. So much that has happened. You know, for me personally, I'm an avid diver, and just seeing the changes of the coral reefs when you do go diving, something that you don't normally see on the surface, You know, the planet as we know it today is changing, and the changes that we're going to be experiencing will be no longer something, you know, 1,000 years from now. It'll be within our lifetime. In the next 50 years, the world that we know it today is going to be completely unrecognizable to the world that we know it, to the world that we thought we would know in the future. And I just think we all have a responsibility to do something about it, whether it's individuals trying to recycle, making more sustainable choices, but especially from a company perspective, a beauty brand, you know, I have a responsibility to our planet to do better, because beauty brands, you know, beauty products are something that's quite vain. You know, it's for us, we don't need it to survive. And I know that beauty brands have quite a devastating environment. I think about 1/3 of all waste currently sitting in landfill is made up of cosmetic and personal care packaging. And that's something that we should all be open about, so that we can all improve and do better for future generations and for our planet. So that's why sustainability is so important. And we really try to do everything we can. You know, we're not perfect, we're far from that, but it is about progression. And we've got lots that we have done already and lots more to come to be better for our planet, because it's really the bare minimum that we can do, and it's our responsibility. And
Awesome.
sorry, Ateh, you mentioned about the logos here that you can see.
Yeah, because it is, I mean, that's so true. And it really is scary that within 50 years, it's going to be, because you always think, oh, over there, even that thinking is really bad. But like within our lifetime, it's going to be so dramatic. Yeah. So people really do care and they want to make a difference, but it can be really overwhelming. Just like these logos here, it's a lot. So would you help us break it down, what all of them mean and what we should be looking for?
Sure, Ateh. You know, when it comes to the environment, there are so many different angles that you can approach it to be better. And there's lots of companies out there who say lots of things, whether it's we're eco-friendly, you know, we're cruelty-free, we're vegan, we're considerate to the environment. But all those words mean nothing if you don't have something to back it up with. And when we set out our sustainability goals, I said to the team that I wanted us to be held accountable. And I wanted there to be bodies that we work with that hold us accountable, that do checks on us, because there will be things that we've missed. And also it's to give the consumers confidence, because there is a lot of greenwashing out there. You know, it's very trendy to be an eco-friendly company. And anyone can say they're eco-friendly, but to actually put your money where your mouth is and actually to do it and to have yourself certified, that was really paramount to us. So let's go through some of these logos. I'm going to skip around because they're not quite in the order that I want to talk about them in. So let's talk about the animal logo. So the vegan, the cruelty-free international, and the cruelty-free and vegan. That's PETA there. So those logos were important just because I really and truly believe that to have really effective, beautiful skincare and makeup products, you do not need any animal derivatives in the products. There are amazing alternatives for beeswax, lanolin, snail mucin, you know, all those ingredients that people have found in beauty products. And also, there is no need for animal testing. You know, if you use ingredients that are kind to the skin, that are as close to nature as possible, ingredients that people have been using for centuries, generations, thousands of years, then you don't need to have them tested on animals to know that they're going to be okay on human skin. And there is plenty of things that you can now do with science. You know, you can now print skin. And if you really want to test an ingredient, you can actually print human skin and test ingredients on that piece of human skin to look at the levels of erythema, to look at if it irritates it or not. You don't have to put it onto a rabbit's body. You know, science has moved so far forward. And that's why we have those logos. That's why we work with these societies. You know, a lot of the money that they get goes towards helping those animals and helping to lobby against cruelty to animals in other countries. And so that's why those three logos are important to us.
That's fantastic. I mean, I have 10-year-old twin daughters, and they said to me, "What do the bad bunnies mean, Mum?" And I had to say about animal testing. It just completely freaked them out. And I was like, "This is what," and they were like, "People do that?" You know, the innocence. I was like, "We're fighting really hard. It's not necessary. And it's just, that's what it was the norm in the 80s when I was their age. It was completely the norm, and it's incredible that we have come so far, but we need to, it's just not necessary, as you're saying.
No, not necessary at all. Like, it's just, it's money, it's cheaper to test on animals than it is to print a piece of skin and test on a piece of skin. And at the end of the day, it's all just down to money. So I think the more people know about animal testing and the more people campaign against it and demand products that are free from animal cruelty, then the more brands will follow suit and make an effort. I don't know if any of you saw a recent social media video with, I think it was Ricky Gervais that put it together. I might be wrong with the celebrity, but it was a video called something about, it was called Save Ralph. I don't know if anyone has seen it on Instagram. This beautiful animation with a rabbit called Ralph, and it was just so lovely. It was a really heartwarming story, and you see Ralph, and he's in his home, he's very humanized, and then you see him being taken out and having had animal testing done to him, and it was absolutely gut-wrenching. And it's things like that that really puts things into perspective of what these animals have to go through just so that we can look good. So it's not needed, it's not necessary, nor is snail mucin a massive trend in Korea, and people try to justify it and say that these snails have like a lovely spa day and the mucin comes out. It's not true. They like heat these snails up in order to stress them out so that they release all of their mucin, and then apparently that's a beauty product. Personally, hyaluronic acid is much better for the skin with much better clinical data, and that is developed with science and bacterium. So you don't need to harm any animals for that. The other logos that we had, which going back to your sustainability element, Ateh, is carbon neutral. So this is something that's actually very easy for brands to be carbon neutral certified. And we work with a company called Capital Natural Partners that help us to calculate our carbon that we produce, everything from the carbon that we produce in creating our products to the staff journeys. We have 450 members of staff that travel to and fro from work. We ask them, how do they travel? Well, most of them are still traveling in because we have a lot working in the factory. Some are working from home now. So the ones that are working in the factory, we ask them how they travel in, whether it's bus, tram, cycling, driving, and then we add that onto the carbon that we emit through the production. And then we calculate the journeys that we make to our customers when we deliver our products. Every bit of carbon is calculated by Carbon Natural Partners. And then they tell us what we need to do to offset that carbon. And we've got Connor in on the call. He is our kind of like our ethical brand manager that looks after all of our sustainability and ethical initiatives. And he'll look at all the different things we can do, whether it's doing conservation work in the Amazon rainforest, to rimba raya in Indonesia. We're currently helping to fund wind farms, to run them in Mexico. Various projects that we can do to offset the carbon that we emit. And actually we do that by double. So we're carbon negative because we double offset all the carbon that we create.
That's amazing. And I think it's so beautiful that you really, you're so committed. You have someone whose role it is to do this. This is really putting your money where your mouth is. And I think as beauty consumers, we can all ask for transparency from beauty brands and demand that people make this. It's in, Claire Smith Moses is saying incredible. I think it is that level that we need to see. Connor's saying it's the best job in the world. Well, well done to you, Connor. That's brilliant. And anyone who's listening, please put some questions in the chat. If you want to ask any questions for Susie, we can have a chat as we go along. And anyone who's just joined us, we're going to have decoding all the beauty myths and logos and greenwashing, and then also Susie's going to do a fantastic facial later, so that's very exciting. We mentioned greenwashing. Tell the people at home, Susie, what greenwashing is, because it's a word people hear thrown around, but what does it mean to you, and what is it?
It's basically beauty brands, actually lots of brands greenwash, but I have seen it a lot with lots of beauty brands where they claim that they are being green and eco for the sake of marketing, but actually what they're actually doing is not actually kind to the environment. So I'll give you an example. I've seen quite a few beauty brands do this, and they'll say things like, when it comes to their packaging, oh, we use plastic made from sugarcane, and therefore it's biodegradable, and therefore it's eco-friendly. Well, plastic made from sugarcane is still plastic. On a molecular level, it is still identical to plastic. So it will still break down into microplastics. And it's not, and when they say it's biodegradable, and they say you can compost it, you can't put it in your compost. It will be industrially compostable, just like normal plastic is. And you have to heat it up to a ridiculously high heat that you can't achieve in your home. So that was one thing that really annoyed me. And actually, a lot of companies who say that their packaging is biodegradable, and actually we fell into this trap when we were researching biodegradable materials for our packing, to kind of protect our products in our parcels. And lots of companies who sell biodegradable bubble wrap, biodegradable packing materials. And when you look deeper, and this is where Connor comes in and really delves in deeper into what does that actually mean. What they mean, the legal definition for biodegradable, is that it just breaks down into smaller pieces of plastic, which is terrible for the environment. It's actually worse.
For the fish, and I'd be like, what? It doesn't make sense.
It's everywhere. It's awful. And actually, I don't know if you guys know this, Ateh. I found this out a little bit of a while ago, and I was absolutely shocked to find out that the average human being consumes about 1 credit card's worth of microplastic every single week. How crazy is that? We're drinking it in our water. It's in the food that we eat. There are microplastics everywhere.
This is ridiculous. It's like going to your wallet and munching on your debit card 1 a week. That's disgusting.
Every week. And we don't know how long it takes for that plastic to pass through our bodies. We don't know how bad that is for our health in the long term. But what we do know is that it's not supposed to be there. We're not supposed to be eating plastic. And when companies say that their packaging is biodegradable, I'd really question it and ask them about the material, because anything that can house water or a moisture content, you can't have biodegradable plastic that houses water content. Like, really, when I say biodegradable, I mean really biodegrades into nothing that won't cause the environment harm. So that's a big greenwashing thing to look out for. Other things that companies say, like, we're cruelty-free, we're vegan, we don't test on animals. I would highly doubt that unless they have it certified. Like, it's not expensive to get your product certified with an external body like Cruelty Free International, like the Vegan Society, like PETA. They come in, they look at your products, they go through your supply chain. Because it's not just saying, I don't test on animals on my products that I'm selling. It's about the ingredients that you order as well. So every single ingredient within Tropic is verified and looked at by bodies like the Vegan Society, Cruelty Free International, and they will assess everything, and give us the green tick when they've done all of their homework and research. So question, those brands that say that they don't test, ask them to prove it. Same with carbon neutral. If a brand says that they offset their carbon, get them to prove it. It needs to be verified externally. If a brand says that their sunscreens are kind and safe to the oceans, prove it. We have our products tested, all of our sunscreens tested with Protect Land and Sea. They took all of our formulations. They did in vitro testing to make sure that it doesn't contain any of the known harmful chemicals to coral reefs. And they gave us their green tick once they've done all of their verification stages. And we've actually taken our product a step further. So we now have all of our products certified and all of our claims certified by a company called Provenance, which are very clever. They use a blockchain technology to ensure that every claim that you make, whether it's our clinical testing claims to our carbon neutral claims, that is all verified by them. And they do all of their due diligence to make sure that there's nothing that we can say that we can lie about. And that's just to give consumers that extra confidence when they purchase our products, just to make sure that there's no chance of greenwashing in any way.
That's amazing. I love what you're saying about prove it, because of social media, because of Twitter, because of Instagram, people have more of a voice, and it's about, yes, exactly. Nita Solanki is saying it's about transparency. I love transparency. And we have the power now to do something and ask and demand very publicly. Before, like 20 years ago, when I started my career, you could write a very kind of angrily worded letter, which would go in the bin. But now all of us together asking for transparency means people have to step up. You've done it, and it's amazing and it's incredible. I mean, a lot of people think with natural or sustainable, it means it's not as good as, you know, in terms of efficacy. What do you say to those people who just like, they want the chemicals because they think it's going to work? Or, you know, tell me what you say to these people who think natural, sustainable doesn't equal just as good as or better in terms of quality.
Yeah, so, you know, Ateh, this is something that I've been trying to kind of fight almost my entire life in beauty, try to show people that actually natural is best for your skin. In the same way that, you know, you can say that that a cake is going to be more delicious for your body, but everyone knows that the closer to nature something is when you ingest it, the better it is for you.
Yeah.
Less processed foods are always better for your body on the inside, and it's exactly the same for your body on the outside. Because what often people don't realize when they say, oh, I love synthetic ingredients, they're super active, blah, 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 they don't question where those ingredients are actually from. And they're so, and you know, we talk about plastic earlier on, and we talk about you know, how bad plastic is for the environment. But what people don't realize is, you know, plastic comes from crude oil, which is it's what makes petrol, it's what paves our roads. But actually a lot of the synthetic ingredients that you find in beauty, all the way to the base formulations like propylene glycol, butylene glycol, methyl propanediol, those are like a lot that make up a lot of the bulk of formulation. That is also from petrol. That's also from crude oil.
You don't want that
so
Vaseline,
oil, like synthetic ingredients, a lot of them, the derivative, the base is from mineral oils, from crude oil. It's incredibly stable because it's taken millions of years from dead sea creatures that died, you know, all those millions of years ago, that have formed crude oil, that we extract all the different levels in the fractional distillation column, that gives us bitumen, gives us baby oil, gives us, you know, petrol, diesel, and at the top, ingredients that does all the other functions in skincare that can last for years and years and years. They don't go off. Like those ingredients will
very cheap as well.
Very cheap. It can work, but you can find ingredients in nature that behave even better. So, and that's where we come in, you know, and I was kind of a bit bored of kind of saying to people natural ingredients are amazing. So I wanted to prove it to those people who think that natural means ineffective. And that's why we have clinical testing on our best-selling products. And, you know, that's not something that's cheap. Not lots of brands can afford it. And instead of having user perception data, which is what a lot of brands do, they say things like, after use, 95% of people would recommend this product to their friends, like 95% of people's skin was softer. Well, no, we have proper clinical data to back our natural formulations. So I've got some information here. So our glowberry, which I'm going to be sharing, I've got a little science experiment to share with you guys in a bit.
Yay!
So our glowberry, we tested, we love a bit of science. We had tested externally, and after 28 days of testing, 100% of the testers saw an improvement in their pigmentation. 30%, oh no, we had, oh, I haven't got the right data here actually. We had oh yeah, here we go. We had a 30% increase in skin brightness and evenness, and a 20% reduction in the appearance of dark spots, and that's 28 days worth of use. And our Rainforest Dew, another product that I'll be sharing with you guys that I'll be using on my own face because I use it every day. After just 7 days worth of use, skin's hydration was increased by 46% in 100% of testers. And that's all clinically proven. And we have that across 10 of our products that have clinical data to back them. Actually, there's one that Connor loves, which I'm going to share. He sent it to me earlier on, which is to do with our facelift.
A lot of people are saying they love these products. A lot of favorites in the house. Rainforest Dew, the Glowberry. Hey, Laura. Hey, everybody. There's a lot of love for these iconic products.
Yay. Well, our facelift mask, which I'm not going to demo because you have to wait for it to dry, but some of you might have it already, that improves your skin firmness and elasticity by 48% after just one use. So these are all 100% naturally derived formulations that really, really work. And we have it extensively tested. We work with some of the best internal and external cosmetic formulators, and they just make sure that we challenge, when people say it's not possible to make a natural product that is effective and kind for the environment, that ticks all the boxes, that's cruelty-free, that doesn't use animal products, we say no. We love a challenge. And that is where we differ as a brand, that you can use.
I love the fact you've got real clinicals. It's like, bam, here is the evidence. I've got a question actually. Yeah, you've got evidence. I've got a question from Sally. Woo! Yeah. Sally is saying, does it make a difference if you keep Glowberry in the fridge? Does it make a big difference?
Yeah, it does. So Glowberry contains vitamin C, which I'll show you later. It's an amazing, actually I might do the experiment now just to show you guys. Glowberry is an amazing ingredient to fight free radicals on your face and to counter pigmentation, counter pollution, and I'll show you how it works in a moment. And it's important to keep it in the fridge because vitamin C is notoriously unstable. So a lot of vitamin C, you see them breaking down. Sunlight, warmth, oxygen breaks it down and they go yellow. Well, our vitamin C is actually encapsulated. So it doesn't actually touch anything else. It's encapsulated in these little, it's actually glycerin that coats each vitamin C particle. So it lasts a lot longer. You won't see our vitamin C going like a bright yellowy orange color that you'll see lots of other vitamin C serums do. But keeping it in the fridge lowers the temperature and just keeps it stable for longer. It's also nice to apply onto your skin. It just keeps the active for longer. You don't have to. If you're using it every single day and you're keeping it in like a dark cupboard and out of the sun, it will still last. And you've got the expiry date at the base of the bottle as well. But just keeping it in the fridge is just better for it, better for the activity.
So, good question. Good question. So I know you've got a little experiment as well to do, which is very exciting. We love a demo. Show me what you've got, Susie.
I'm going to show you some science, guys. This is really exciting. So just to show you how our Glowberry works, which I have right here. So I mentioned the vitamin C inside Glowberry. It's not just vitamin C. There's lots of other ingredients in there. There's a blend of Australian superberries. There's kangaroo paw extract in here. There's another ingredient in there called tranexamic acid, which all helps to brighten the skin. And what they all do together is they help to fight free radicals. So just to give you a quick breakdown of science before I show you how it's working. So free radicals surround us. They're in pollution. The sun creates free radicals in our face. And what free radicals do is essentially it's an unstable molecule that wants to steal an electron from our happy, stable molecules in our faces. So if you think of every atom in the whole universe, every atom has a nucleus and then it's got electrons kind of circling around the nucleus. And a happy, stable atom is one with paired electrons and it's just spinning, it's happy, it's chilling out, it's great. A free radical is one that has unpaired electrons in its outer shell and it wants to steal electrons from happy, stable atoms. And so when free radicals touch our faces, it steals electrons from our happy cells, breaks them down and accelerates the aging process, causes pigmentation to occur, causes a breakdown of elastin, of collagen in our faces. Basically, we don't want it. Free radicals are the reasons why we age. And what vitamin C
and our muggers. They're like muggers you want to snatch your handbag.
Muggers. Yeah. They're stealing. But what Glowberry does is it contains ingredients with molecules that has spare electrons on its outer ring. And it's stable, it's happy, it's got all its paired electrons, but it's got some spare ones. And so when it meets a free radical, it just donates an electron to the free radicals and neutralizes it and chills it out. So to help demonstrate this, I have, and you guys can do this at home, this is very easy to do if you want to. I have 2 glasses of water.
Amazing.
That I bought earlier. I have some iodine. You can get this anywhere. I got this from Amazon. And iodine is just to demonstrate to you the effectiveness of Glowberry. So in one of this, I'm just going to put in some drops of iodine.
I love it. It's getting very Blue Peter. Did you watch Blue Peter, Susie?
Oh yeah, it's a lovely piece.
Love it.
Love a bit of a science experiment. So iodine actually, in this case, I'm just going to stir that so you can see the water going yellow. I might just add some more. Actually, you can see the difference, can't you?
Big time.
One's very yellow, one's very clear. So what iodine does is, the iodine here is the free radical. It's the pollution. It has unstable molecules. It's missing an electron. The iodine is wanting electrons. If we put this on our faces, it's going to want electrons from our face. And so what I'm now going to do is I'm going to get my glowberry, and I'm just going to put the glowberry in here.
Amazing.
And then let me just put this down. So
how many drops did you do? Just a few drops?
I think I did about 3 drops in here, and then I'm just gonna mix it. And can you see that's gone clear?
That is like, that was magical.
Water. And that's the glowberry giving electrons to the iodine solution to make it clear. So it's really simple.
That is incredible. Who's buying iodine now? Who's going to be doing this? I'm going to be doing it all, freaking my children out.
You actually don't need that much. I think I put in 3 drops, but I think you can probably do it with just 2 drops. So basically that's what it's doing on your faces. So let's just do that again, because I don't know if I was very smooth. I've got my other glass of water here.
That was magical.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Everyone's saying, whoa, magic.
It's cool, isn't it? Let's make iodine water. Shall I make that a bit darker, actually? I might make that a bit darker.
Oh my goodness. I'm just intrigued.
Okay.
And that is
so imagine this on your face. So this is, imagine you've just been out all day. This is on your face. This is all the pollution, all the sadness. That's your clear water there from earlier. And then you come home, or you can do this in the morning before you go out to prevent this from happening. And then I'm just going to put, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
3 drops there.
And that's still in your hand.
This is your glowberry working to neutralize all of the iodine. It's a magic trick. I love it.
What does everyone think about that? It's just basically showing you the potency of the ingredients and the protection and what is going on. Wow. It is a big...
Exactly. So that's a vitamin C neutralizing all the free radicals on your face. It's donating that electron. It's helping to counteract any pigmentation, which, by the way, pigmentation on your skin is where melanin is produced by your melanocytes in deep in your skin level. And it actually gets produced because your skin's damaged. It's a sign of skin damage. And so when we put vitamin C on that, it's helping to repair the skin. It's helping to give the skin what it needs. It's helping to protect the skin from free radicals. Brighten the skin. Exactly. Look at how bright the water is now. It's all been counteracted.
Exactly. That's one of my favorite ingredients, vitamin C, for collagen, for helping collagen production, making my skin feel juicy, and hyperpigmentation is a massive issue. So my mind is blown by your experiment. That's amazing.
Exactly. And so, if any of you guys have a vitamin C serum at home that is like a yellowy color, that's like orangey color, throw it away, because when it changes color, it basically becomes a pro-oxidant, which means that it's like a free radical itself. So you don't want to be applying that to your face. And you can very easily do this experiment at home to see how effective vitamin C serums are. Get some iodine. It's super cheap. Just a couple of drops in water, and then a couple of drops of the vitamin C serum.
That's a really clever trick to see how potent your vitamin C is. That's what I love that. So I know you're going to talk, you're basically going to do your facial now, which is so exciting.
Okay, let's do it. I'm just going to tie my hair up. So you guys can do this with me. If you have the Tropic products with you, I'm going to do our ABC, so our cleanse, tone, moisturize. I'm going to do a double cleanse with our clear skies as well.
Beautiful. I have some of these lovely products here with me.
So here's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use cleanser. I've got bamboo cloth. I've actually got 2 bowls of water in front of me. So I have a warm bowl, which probably isn't very warm anymore. No, that's my cool bowl. Oh yeah, I've got a warm bowl here.
Lovely.
I have a cold bowl here. It's important to have cold and warm water on your face when you're cleansing. I have my Clear Skies for my T-zone.
Lovely.
I have like a crazy oily T-zone. I have my vitamin toner.
Nice, I've got that.
The pH. I have our rainforest dew.
Lovely, lovely.
I have our glowberry.
Yum, delicious.
Yeah. I have our skin feast.
Ooh, I've got that one here as well. Let's have a look. Let's have a play. I'm excited to play with that.
Yeah, and I have our face masks, which I'm not going to use. I'm just going to, 1 second. I'm just going to text someone to bring me my eye work, which I really would like.
Amazing. I mean, do you have any favorites, or are they like your kids where you can't pick a favorite, or is there something that's really close to your heart when you were formulating?
Oh my gosh, Ateh, I have a formulation that's
like asking to pick which is what my favorite of my girl. I know, but I'm asking you.
My favorite product is coming out. My favorite product changes all the time. So it was Glowberry up until it's just in there up until like about a month ago. And this new product is my favorite.
Ooh.
So it's not come out yet. You guys can expect it in the next 4 weeks. And I'm very, very, very excited about it. It has completely transformed my skin.
This is incredible. That's an exclusive.
The little secret. And then the eye work. So let's get going. So I have on my face right now, I have some sunscreen, I have concealer on, I have a little bit of eyeshadow, which is smudged a bit. I have a little bit of mascara, I have a bit of brow powder, and I have lipstick and blusher on my face. So, and I'm quite sweaty now as well on my face.
It looks good though. It looks glowy, but yes. So we're gonna. What do you go in with, Susie?
So I just go in with smoothing cleanser. It's really important that you use it on, there we go, on like a dry face with dry hands, because you really want the oils to start working on the face. And I like to do 4 pumps when I have makeup on. And I'm using the scented version. We have the unscented version as well. And I just like to smell my hands, because you can smell the eucalyptus, the rosemary essential oils in there. It smells amazing. So uplifting.
Beautiful.
And
then we just like, that's such a beautiful texture as well. Really, like, you can really get a good massage on, which I really like, where you can really work the skin. This is a time to breathe, do some box breathing, relax. I think everyone in lockdown, post-COVID, in the pandemic, knows more than ever, skincare is self-care. Am I right?
Exactly. And when you're cleansing, don't just go for it with a smoothing cleanser, really like massage your face. So I start from the bottom, I put all over my face and my neck, and then I get my knuckles in, and this feels amazing.
Beautiful.
Run your knuckles from the back of your ear down. This is your mastoid process. Just run that down. Give yourself
great for lymphatic drainage. Great for like, I don't, hands up if anyone is a teeth grinder with stress.
So I do really that.
Good. Yeah, me. Yeah. Beautiful.
This is the masseter muscle that you're talking about, Ateh. This is the teeth grinding muscle that you want to relax when we tense our jaw. So I just do that with I make like a little, this shape with my hand.
An L,
like an L. Yeah. Just up. And this just really is very relaxing.
Very sculpting as well. I mean, what was your experience like growing up? Did your mum and granny, were they really into skincare? Were they not? Because I mean, my mum wasn't that. She had a red lipstick and she was like an 80s power dressing Dynasty Dallas, but she wasn't that. She wasn't a beauty girl. But I think I was the opposite of her. But what was your experience like growing up?
Nor my mum or my grandma, they weren't massively into beauty. They actually never wore makeup. They just had a very simple skincare routine. They used only natural ingredients. So I grew up watching them just put straight aloe vera on their face. My mum used to put kefir and yogurt on her face. And she used to, my grandma used to like rub banana peels, like all sorts of veggies on her face. Like a lemon facial steam, olive oil straight on the skin. And their skin to this day is still really, really beautiful. So
it's about, so you got your love and respect for nature, natural ingredients, leaning into what is less processed. You probably got it from watching them, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just really simple. But obviously, as I've been in beauty for a long time now, I've fallen in love with the beauty industry, and I've tested. We have something called the Inspiration Room at Tropic, where I do buy pretty much every single beauty product that's available out there, and I try them and just to see, what can we do to be better and what's missing out there. And I'm obviously obsessed with beauty and skin and looking after. So I'm just rinsing. I'm just doing a first rinse because I don't know if you can see, but I rubbed my makeup all over my face.
Yeah, so this is really great for getting stubborn like mascara, everything off, would you say?
Yeah, exactly. And I like to do like a first rinse of my face just because I don't want to get my bamboo cloth too dirty. And you can see that, I don't know if you can see my mascara coming off my fingers. So I just do a little rinse. I'm normally a lot more glamorous over a sink, but I'm over a bowl. And then I get my bamboo cloth in, and then I put it in some warm water, give it a little bit of a wring. And what I love about this cloth is that it's super gentle on the face. And the way I do it is normally it's quite warm, and I put it over my face for a steam.
I'm like
Not
that.
too hot, because you don't want to be too hot because you don't want to burst any blood vessels. But you'll be very gentle. And then
take it all the way. Don't forget your neck is part of your body, your skincare regime. Yeah.
And then I just flip it around. I kind of wrap the face cloth around my hand, and I just do some gentle exfoliation.
That's a really good tip.
You see people do that in like facials.
Yeah. And you can do that at home in your bathroom can be a spa. I love to do my skincare regime in the dark with candles and pretend I'm in the spa and not at home with screaming kids. Like that's my mummy time. That's my time.
Yeah, exactly. So, and also this is a great way to like exfoliate your skin. So you saw me use like my fingers. I'm getting on my nose. I like doing that. Give it a bit of a gentle exfoliation. And then on my lips as well. Gentle exfoliation.
Daniela is asking how often you should wash your bamboo cloth.
Yeah, so I wash it every day. So normally after this, you can see it's quite muggy. I would put it, I have a Tropic hand wash, which is pH balanced. Really important to have a pH balance cleanser for your cloth. And I just give it one pump and a quick rinse, and I just hang it up to dry. I just make a habit of washing it after I wash my face. And I actually do this. So let me tell you when I do this, the cloth washing. So let me come back to this because I try not to dry my face, and I'll explain to you why in a moment. So after the smoothing cleanser, I go in with our Clear Skies. Lovely. I have very oily skin on my T-zone, and I just do a little, I don't know if you can see that. That's not a huge amount.
Amazing.
It's like a very flat amount of, I just spilled it all over my laptop.
It's not a heap, like a teaspoon.
It's not a heap. It's like a flat amount of powder. I sprinkle a bit of water, and this is really important. I go in with cold water with smoothing, with our Clear Skies. This is a water activated cleanser, really only for oily skin types. And I just rub it in between my hands to make it into like a foam. And I just work it into my T-zone, on my chin, and onto my forehead.
Beautiful. Lovely. And the double cleanse is really important, isn't it? Especially if you have an oilier skin type. I would double cleanse anyway, but this is especially good for getting targeted what you need.
Exactly. And there's also enzymes in there which are water activated. So they actually help with the exfoliation process, which I really need to declog my pores around my face. But you can see I'm avoiding my cheek area here, which actually is very, very dry, and I don't get congestion here. So I just cleanse where I need to. And this is something that's really important if you've got combination skin, that you just do what you need to do with your skincare or your face needs it.
Yeah.
And With the clear skies, I'm actually going with cold water because I actually want to help tighten the skin, reduce redness. I've got a cold bowl here. I'm just going to rinse my face.
Lovely.
And it feels really refreshing.
Oh no, so Joanne says I've missed bits due to Wi-Fi. Is the recording going to be available to watch again? I'm not sure, but like we can go over it in terms of what Susie's doing. She just went over second double cleanse with clear skies just on her T-zone where she needed it, and it's all about being targeted. I think it's really important, be your own skincare expert. Don't do what a celebrity doing or someone your friends doing. What does your skin need? And if that's what your T-zone needs, that's what's going on. Joanne's
exactly
caught up.
Exactly. So I actually like to not dry my face with a towel after this phase. You can see my face is very clean. I just like let it air dry. Sometimes I'll give it a bit of a pat to let it air dry, but it's at this time when I'm letting my face air dry that I will wash my bamboo cloth. So I'm letting my face dry anyway. I'm multitasking, or I'll brush my teeth.
Multitask.
I'll do something. Multitasking. And then my face will be dry. And then I go in with my vitamin toner, which I give it a bit of a shake. See my arm shaking at the same time. Give it a bit of a shake, and sometimes I spritz on my face, but sometimes because I don't want to get anything on my hair if I'm going out, I'll spritz it onto a cotton wool pad or on my hand and then pat it into my skin. So you can do
I like
either.
that. The pat is nice.
Yeah, it smells really refreshing. You've got rose water, you've got cucumber juices, you've got aloe vera juice. And this just helps to provide the extra layer of hydration. And if you want to, if you've got lots of makeup that you're wearing in your face, and if you want to have that extra bit of exfoliation, you can get a cotton wool pad and just gently wipe it off in upward motions. But today, I'm just gonna
pat it into the skin. I love it. It's so refreshing and cooling. It just feels beautiful. Is this one that you can have on your desk and spritz if you're feeling a bit dehydrated and a bit, you need your spirits lifting? Is it one of those?
Yeah, you can take it into your office. I have it next to my desk. It's just really nice, and it's cooling, refreshing, and if you do this as well, and you're kind of like, I'm not slapping, I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm gently patting my face, airing it out.
Microcirculation, getting everything, getting blood flow. Nice.
But it's really important to be very gentle with your skin. I've seen some people who are very aggressive, especially when they're using the bamboo cloth. They're like doing this. Don't do that. Be gentle. Treat your face as if it's like a gentle, soft baby's face. You just want to be very, very soft with it. And then I go in with our glowberry. So beautiful. I think someone mentioned earlier, do you use it every morning and every night? I do. A little bit goes a long way. So I literally just do 3 drops. I think that was 3 already. 3 drops, and that's enough for my face and my neck. You saw how quickly the glowberry worked on the iodine. And so as I'm doing this, literally, I do it on the areas of my face where I tend to get hyperpigmentation. I actually haven't got any at the moment because it's so effective. So I start with my cheeks, and then I go onto my forehead, and then I pat over my face. And then go
the
down.
patting is really good. So many people go in rubbing and very aggressive. I always say, treat your skin like a cashmere jumper.
Oh, nice. No rubbing, hand washing, gentle pressing. Exactly, gentle pressing. And a lot of people also like do this in their hands before they put it into their face. Well, then the actives are going into your palm, so just gentle pressing.
Beautiful.
And then I go in, and vitamin C works very quickly. So you saw how quickly it neutralized the iodine earlier. So right now, this is neutralizing all the free radicals and the pollution that's built up on my face throughout the day. And then I just go in with my rainforest dew. This is proven to increase skin hydration by 46% after 7 days. Actually, I'm going to use a couple of extra drops. I'm going to do like 6 drops. Okay, and this one, same thing. So pat.
And I love all the layering, and it's just about giving your skin, just feeding your skin goodness. That's how I see it.
I love that phrase, Ateh, feeding your skin. And, you know, in the evenings, try not to rush your skincare. It is when you eat, you don't want to rush eating to nourish your body. Like, really take the time to relax, to you know, nurture your skin. Skincare is one of the only things that we can do where we can't have any distractions. You know, we can't be on our phone because we need both hands. It's not for anyone else, it's just for us. We're looking at ourselves in the mirror, we're treating our skin, our largest organ. Take that time to just enjoy it. Imagine the hyaluronic acid going into your face, hydrating, all the vitamin C, kind of counteracting all the pollution, protecting your skin, all your cells happy, glowing. So
yeah, for me, I always try and be grateful. I know it's very difficult, but like this is I as I do my skincare, I try to think about all the things in my life that I'm grateful for, taking deep breaths, and like it's a little form of meditation, I think, in skincare and your routine.
That's perfect. That's such a good idea, Ateh. And you know, those just reaffirming yourself and remembering all the things just in that day, practicing gratitude. You know, it could be my conversation with all of you guys today, being very grateful to be here, just reaffirming yourself that the world is so amazing. And if we look for it, we have 1,000,001 things to be grateful for, as well as being grateful for your own face, your skin, having the time to treat yourself. All helps towards a positive mindset.
Yeah.
You know, skin not just for your outside, it's for your inside as well.
Big time.
I don't know if you guys have this. It's how I work. It has a Zamac tip, which is zinc, aluminium, magnesium, and copper. And it's a really clever alloy, German design, that is really, really cold. It's a beautiful,
delicious.
And then you can just squeeze out a tiny little blob like that. And then I just do that, tiny blob underneath my eyes. And I just use this to give my eyes a bit of a massage. It's
really good for draining and just like depuffing.
Yeah. And I actually press harder when I go out, more gentle when I go back in, because I want to, like, you know, you've got your lymph nodes here, so you want to push it out to help with drainage. So just gentle back, harder out, gentle back, harder out. And I just do that a few times.
Beautiful.
And it's wonderful.
Your skin is looking so juicy. It is beautiful.
Thank you. Oh, this feels so good. So sometimes I just kind of sit here and just do this for a while. And you can go in here, do your temples, give it a bit of a massage, and it feels amazing.
I mean, Laura's saying that she loves that product, iWork. She loves it. That's her favorite.
Amazing. And actually, before you close it, try to make sure there's no, like, I just kind of just do this on my face just to get rid of any potential cream on the tip. And then any remaining cream that you can see on my face, I just gently
tap in,
kind of move it onto my eyelids a little bit, just tapping. Gentle.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And then this is my final step. And then this is our Skin Feast. This is our second best-selling product after our smoothing cleanser. And it has got kakadu plum extract in there. It's got lots of hyaluronic acid, ectoing molecules to provide the extra level of hydration, lots of vitamin C in here as well. We do this in scented and unscented. This is scented and it smells beautiful of rose geranium, very lovely, fresh floral scent. And I actually just do one pump. And because I have a greasy T-zone, I just apply it onto my cheeks and my neck and my décolletage. And I apply in the same way. So I just do that, kind of spread it in my palms. And then I just do that.
Press it on. It feels so beautiful. And it's not tacky or greasy. Because I'm a dehydrated combination skin. That's just delicious. Love that.
Exactly. And it smells amazing. A little bit goes a really long way. It's really, really concentrated. And then that's it. And I'm ready to go to bed.
Delicious.
Routine. So you can see, like, I'm super hydrated.
Yeah.
Skin feels very, very dewy. And when you do this, even like, especially with the Zamac, it just helps to smooth out fine lines. It's amazing. And don't forget to give yourself a bit of a massage when you do the smoothing cleanser as well that you saw earlier.
Definitely. Someone's just asking, does any of the ABC have SPF in it? I would imagine not if it's for bedtime.
No, so we have a product called Our Sunday, which is specifically an SPF that you layer on top of your skincare. So in the mornings, I actually, in the mornings, my routine is a little bit different. I have less time in the morning. So I normally do just one smoothing cleanser. Yeah. And then I use our, our vitamin toner. But this time I use a cotton pad just to remove any excess oils, etc., from my face as I slept. And then I just do a little, either eye work or skin feast, patting just a little bit onto the very dry areas of my face. And then I go in with Sunday all over, and that's it. And that's our sunscreen. The Sunday actually does double up as a moisturizer. It just doesn't have all of the other amazing actives as our skin feast.
Oh my goodness, that was so calming and blissful and amazing, and so many delicious tips. It's always such a pleasure to talk skincare with like an expert and someone who is just as skincare geeky and in love as I am. So thank you, Susie. This has been the best and so informative. I hope everyone's enjoyed it as much. It's been so wonderful. Thank you for all your, yes, everyone's saying I want Susie's glow. I mean, the glow up is stunning and it's so healing. It comes from such a delicious, nourishing place as well, which is beautiful.
Fantastic. Thanks, Ateh.
You've done such, I mean, I always say with products, you can really tell intention and who people are. I can see who you are through your products, and it's very, very soulful and delicious. So thank you, Susie. Such a pleasure to spend time with you and everybody as well. Such a joy. I know you'll all be getting an email after this session, but I just want to wrap up by saying thank you to Get the Gloss. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Tropic. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And I will see you all soon. Also, go have a look at Tropic's Instagram for more info, and also Get the Gloss. Say hi to me, say hi to Susie, and I will see you all so soon. Thank you.
And thank you, Ateh. You did a stunning job. And Susie, your face is glowing. Thanks from everyone at Get the Gloss. Have a great evening.
Thanks,
Thank you so
everyone.
much, Victoria.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.